What up, y'all? I'm back with another review, and I'm here to review the newest studio album from Brooklyn, New York's own one half of Black Star with Most Def's own Talib Kweli. This is like Talib's what? This is his eighth album? Yeah, eighth album. Okay. So this is Talib's eighth album, first album in 2 years. He's So that's really how he's been dropping since his first album in 2002. 2002, 2004, 2007, 2011, 2013. Two albums in 2013 actually. 2 years later an album, now 2 years later again with another album. Um, and of course, Most Def and Talib Kweli are Black Star, as Black Star with Most Def. Liberation with Madlib. Slew of albums. I remember the Seven. That was the EP that dropped with Styles P earlier this year. It was in one of my albums I recommend videos. And yeah, I'm here to review his eighth newest studio album, Radio Silence. This is an 11-track album, and this was something. I remember last year that Talib dropped that mixtape called Awful People Are Great at Parties, or Terrible People Are Great at Parties, or it was something like that. I remember the album cover, the mixtape cover. Let me see. Let's see. I think it wasn't Awful People actually. I don't think. Actually, it was Awful People Are Great at Parties. Yeah, and it had that song Ghetto, or The Ghetto, with Aloe Black and Problem. It was an amazing song. I was bumping that like for like about 3-4 months. Like that was a great track, most memorable track off that mixtape. And now he's back with the album. Let's go ahead and get right into it. 11 tracks long. First track is The Magic Hour. What I took away, what started to me the most here is when Talib said students be the truest teachers, or they try to be the truest teachers. And this beat is just like, it's grand, it's lavish, it's monumental, it's colossal. That's the kind of vibes I'm getting off of this. Like this has like a unique, like, build up vibe to it. Like, imagine like what Kanye was on Late Registration, that song We Major. It has a major vibe to it. Like, it's just, man, and very spaced out. And I mean spaced out like space, the type of vibe that you get from that. I mean like spaced out as far as like the intervals with this almost blast beat like drums, and some good bass on here as well. One of my favorite tracks on here. Um, it's a good amount of tracks on here that's some of my favorite tracks, honestly. This album is, man. Track number 2, Traveling Light, featuring Anderson .Paak. What can I say? Anderson .Paak, just still listen to Malibu today. Like, man. I believe Talib said Kaytranada in the like intro, so I want to say Kaytranada produced this, and if that's the case, God, man, Talib Kweli, like, just legend in hip hop. Anderson .Paak, just ever since he's stepped on the scene, like ever since he got on with Dre in the game. He was on before that, but that's when I started getting on to him. Ever since then, he has not looked back. Even though Yes Law, with him and Knowledge, No Worries, the duo was like, yeah, to me, kind of a disappointment. Anderson .Paak has not looked back. So to get him on here, my goodness. And Kaytranada, 99.9%, one of my favorite albums from 2016. It's like, man, very head bopping beat. Right here, Talib speaking on growth, grinding, and right, this quote right here, I was like, damn, that is sick. I take biting as a compliment. It's my proof of my dominance. It's proof of my dominance. It's the haters' way of saying congratulating me for my accomplishments. I was like, oh shit, this is that shit, man. The next track is All of Us, featuring Jay Electronica. Yes, Jay Electronica. He will give you all the features in the world, but that album, it's coming. It's coming. And Yummy Bingham. This is talking about how, parents, fathers, mothers, siblings, brothers, sisters, of course, all of us, like, being deceived, neglected, rejected, disrespected, mistreated, beaten, misled. It's just happening to all of us. It's kind of political and some black empowerment shit. And Jay Electronica, man, the way he came in talking about how he rode in on like something. What did he say? I rode in on the days of Ramadan. I was like, yeah, this dude sounds like he about to tell you a story. And the way he does, it feels like that. You know what? He kind of reminded me of Nature, if I'm being honest. Like the way he rapped here, I was like, it reminds me of Nature from 90 by Nature. I was like, yo, wait a minute. I love that. Like that, it's one of my favorite tracks on here. Just like Traveling Light, um, is one of my favorite tracks on here. Like this is one of the best tracks on here. The next track is She's My Hero, and I believe it's centered around a teen girl who is very strong, and which is why she's Talib's hero. It didn't really give me Brenda's Got a Baby vibes, but to just think about that now, it's like reminds me of Brenda's Got a Baby, but not the song itself. I don't remember anything being about the girl being pregnant. But I do remember her having to make decisions and doing what she was told, and ended up I don't know. Did she get shot? Oh man, I forget. But things did not end well for her. She was just doing as she was told and doing what she felt was right. Um, so yeah, it's fucked up. Um, yeah. Wait a minute. What is this? Oh yeah. Sorry about that. I was just checking something out, make sure I got my facts right. The next. Did I have that right? Oh, Nature's not from Naughty by Nature. Oh shoot. Well, I got that wrong then. Where's Nature from then? Man, I thought, damn, I'm all fucked up. Cause I don't listen to Naughty by Nature. That's an indication I need to fucking get into them. God damn it, I should probably start this review over, but no, I'm not gonna do that. Check number 5, Chips featuring Waka Flocka. That's right. Waka Flocka. That's right, man. Like, God. They're just talking about, getting the chip. And the beat is on some superhero shit, honestly. Like, superhero versus villain shit. And just hearing Waka Flocka on a banger just sounds right. And he's actually rapping. He's like letting you know he can rap too. He was saying, I think he said something like, I'm laughing in the face to all y'all who really thought I couldn't rap. I was like, okay, Flocka. All right there. I see you. Track number 6, Nocturnal. Man, this is centered around late night shootings, like people getting restless and aggressive when the sun goes down, and how there are no role models in the hood. You can hear the city crying. Like you got Dracula, like the vampire, out in the streets at night. Like these nocturnal niggas knocking boys. It's just like keep your heat on you because the streets can be cold. Um, like people who have to go out there and make a living in a dangerous world. Like yeah, nocturnal. Like you're getting knocked at nighttime. You can hear the city crying if you listen. It's like that's deep. That's deep. Track number 7, Radio Silence, featuring Amber Kaufman and Micah 9. I've seen Micah 9 featured on, like, ever since I've started reviewing, I've been seeing Micah 9 featured on some projects every now and then. So it's nice to see that. And it was when I saw his name, I was like, I know I'm gonna like his verse because he's never let me down. I've always remembered Micah 9 for some reason. And this is a very up-tempo, it's very up-tempo beat actually. I've been saying like when I'm getting introspective, that's Radio Silence. When I'm fucking up program directors, that's Radio Violence. I mean, it's upbeat in the sense that I don't want to say I'm just getting these vibes. I'm not gonna say that this beat is this stuff, but I'm getting vibes of future bass, EDM, ambient, but not in the sense that it's like looming around and it's dark, but just like the groove and the bass feels ambient to me, and it's kind of glitchy at times. I don't necessarily want to say like electronica or electro pop, but if you told me that Flume produced this or had a hand in this beat, I would have believed you. Yeah, I would have believed you. Track number 8, the one I love, featuring BJ the Chicago Kid. See, Well, pretty much saying, fuck every other girl, you're the one I love. But BJ, man, really, really good feature. See, that's the thing about BJ the Chicago Kid. Remember, he was featured on Schoolboy Q's Oxymoron, that song Studio. The thing about BJ the Chicago Kid is, um, and what not August Alsina. August Alsina actually has a few tracks that I bump or have bumped. Ty Dolla $ign and BJ the Chicago Kid, they they're good for features. I will say that when they're featured, I'm like, damn. But solo artists, I haven't really given BJ the Chicago Kid a shot yet. But Ty Dolla $ign's been like his beats, but just listen to him with people featured or sometimes him by himself. Nah, I can't do it. But he does have good beats though. Track number 9, Heads Up, Eyes Open, featuring Rick Ross and Yummy Bingo. Um, Talib was just giving you like an example, just telling you what the wise, righteous, highest, dying, violent, honest, faithful, what these type of men do, because they're those type of men. And what stuck out to me the most though when we talk about the faithful man, because he said, a faithful man like gotta work for the blessing he gonna receive, and then Ross comes in, kind of taking it from there. Like, yeah, let me speak on that, saying like he had to work to get the blessings that he now has, and now he's in a position where he has to be the example, or he at least feels like he has to be the example for children to do their chores, like do some work, put something in. And I was like, damn, I fuck with that. This is one of my favorite tracks on here as well. Like, I was Talib Kweli, I'll talk about that at the end. And just saying, also be woke. And Talib also said here, like, yeah, I tell you what I believe, but I back it up with what I know. Nice. And he's, of course, he's on some 5% stuff. He's on, Nations of Gods and Earth. So you're gonna get that on this album, this track too as well. Well, especially track number 10, Let It Roll. This is probably my least favorite track on here. Just saying, gotta roll, gotta get up and get that money. It's kind of wonky. It's wonky, kind of ambient, and like it's just that groove again, and it's an up tempo banger. It's not a bad track. It's just it's my least favorite track on here. And track number 11, the last track on here, Right at Home, but WRITE, not like right hand, or take a right, WRITE, Right at Home, featuring Dacha, Bilal, the freaking Bilal, man, and Robert Glasper. Robert Glasper, man, freaking Bilal and Robert Glasper on the same track, man. This is pretty much spoken word, spoken wisdom. It's like reading personal philosophy out loud. Just saying, all is one, speaking on energy, astronomy / astrophysics, etc. And how when Talib comes in saying like, I realize I have the power in my hand to promote change and things like that. I was like, what a way to freaking end this album, because Talib's on his black empowerment shit, but I don't want to say shit like it's like that's a bad thing. But he's on that, talking about like how we have nothing to lose, we have to fight for our freedom, and for him to end on this saying we can all still love each other and spread peace and love, and just to be so woke, to be so aware of the world, how it works, at least what you do know about it, or what you think you know about it. It's like good way to end this album. And I have to say, this album could fuck around and be one of my top 10 favorite albums of the year. Honestly, I'd give this 7.5 to 7.5 out of 10. I mean, this, my goodness, Talib Kweli. This is what I wanted to speak about a few minutes ago. Talib Kweli is one of those older artists who he's proving my point when I say these older artists from the golden age or the old school, they can still rap. Scarface, KRS-One, Talib Kweli, Sadat X. Just a slew of these older artists. A Tribe Called Quest. Like the old dudes still got it. They can still rap and make quality music that can be essential to not just their discography, but they can still make music that's essential to a generation that's not even considered theirs. It hasn't been their generation for a generation or two now. So it's like, yeah, man, they can still do it. And Talib Kweli is one of those dudes. He's consistent with it. I mean, with the last project at least, and follow up with this, is like he's being consistent so far. Older artists who can really put it down. So I definitely recommend you check this album out if you haven't heard it yet. If you have heard this album, let me know what you think about it in the comment section below and what you think about my review on it. And you know what to do. Hit the like button if you like this review. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you like the content. Be sure to check the description so you can get my everything. I mean, all my social medias, my freaking PlayStation Network account name, just PSN, my Patreon, Bandcamp, PayPal, Square Cash, Venmo. Those 5 in particular are for if you want to support my movements as far as YouTube, music, entertainment, etc. But no, if you want to support my movements even further, you just being subscribed or just watching this video is supporting what I do more than enough. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. And Talib Kweli, if you're watching, man, like great job. I hope this is gonna be hard copies of this, because I would definitely pick this up. And yeah, and like I said, if you haven't checked it out, you're a fan of Talib Kweli, you gotta check this out. And if you're just a fan of hip hop, like, you gotta check this out, honestly. So until then, until the next video, I'll see y'all next time. Thank you for watching.